This is Max and Mia podcast.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the Max and Mia podcast.
Hi guys, I'm Rachel.
And I'm Matthew, and yes, it's Wednesday, our little space here on the channel. Today, we're talking about something a little more personal than usual.
Yeah, these are 7 things we really wish we'd understood a lot earlier in life.
Because there were times when we were working hard, trying to move forward, and honestly, we still felt like we were getting nowhere.
We've made a lot of mistakes too.
A lot of them.
But those experiences taught us some really important lessons.
So today, we're going to share 7 habits that genuinely helped us change the way we live, work, and deal with difficult times.
And as always, you'll also pick up some useful, natural English along the way.
So let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's start with habit number 1, and this one's called compare yourself the right way.
Oh, this one hits close to home for me.
I bet. Okay, so you've probably heard this advice a million times. Don't compare yourself to others.
Right, and honestly, it's true, but for me, it was really hard to just not do it.
Tell us more.
So throughout my life, I made some decisions that weren't the best. Career-wise, school-wise, you name it.
We've all been there.
Exactly, and the years kept passing and I wasn't where I wanted to be. So it's kind of inevitable, right? You see other people and whether you notice it or not, you start comparing yourself.
And that can really bring you down.
It really can. So that's where today's tip comes in. I started looking at this in a different way.
Okay, quick pause here, guys. Matthew just used the word inevitable. That basically means something that's impossible to avoid. It's just going to happen, no matter what. Like, getting older is inevitable.
Exactly. Thanks, Rachel. Okay, so back to the story. I'll be honest, my ego played a part in this too.
Aren't we all a little guilty of that?
For sure. So I started asking myself, what do these people have that I don't? And when I really looked at it, it was pretty obvious. They were normal.
Wait, what do you mean?
I mean, if you look at someone you know who's relatively successful, whether it's in school, business, or even just living a healthy life, this applies to every area, by the way, you'll notice most people don't have some kind of superpower. They weren't born with more talent than you.
Huh. That's actually a good point.
So I kept asking myself, if they're normal, why can they do it and I can't? And that's where I found the answer.
Okay, so what changed?
I completely changed the question. I stopped asking, what do they have? And I started asking, what do they do? And that's the key, taking action.
I like that.
It's kind of like when you have a crush on someone. You can plan, you can prepare, you can practice what you're going to say, but if you never actually go talk to them, nothing's ever going to happen.
Oh, that hits.
Meanwhile, someone who didn't overthink it, who didn't plan every little detail, but just took the courage to go for it, they're probably going to get some kind of result, and even if it's not the result they wanted.
It's still a win, right?
Exactly. You learned something and you've got way more experience for next time.
Can you give the listeners a real example?
Yeah, actually, this podcast is a perfect one. This project has helped us so much, and it's really improved our lives. And a little over a year ago, we didn't even know this was an option for us.
True. We had no idea.
But we decided to take the leap, and that led us to where we are today, with a much better lifestyle.
Okay, quick vocab break again. Take the leap is a great expression. It means to finally decide to do something, especially something a little scary or uncertain. Like, she took the leap and quit her job to travel.
Great example. And it's the same thing with learning other languages like French and Italian. We're not superior to anyone else.
Not even close.
Honestly, if you ask us something basic, like what's 6 times 7, or, I don't know, the next stock that's going to be worth thousands of dollars,
We wouldn't have a clue.
not a clue. We just decided to act and to understand something important. Most of the time, the people we see standing out in different areas, it's not because they're superhuman.
It's because they had the courage to act and take that first step.
Exactly. And that actually connects really well with our next habit.
Oh, yes. And this next one is all about patience.
Learning to be patient. And you know what? It sounds simple, but believe me, it's not.
Okay, guys, stay with us for that one. All right, so we just talked about taking action, and that's real. That's 100% true.
It really is.
But here's the thing, guys. Taking action isn't enough on its own. You also need patience.
Ooh, this is a good one.
Right? Because nowadays, we think everything happens overnight, like super fast.
Everyone wants results by tomorrow.
Exactly. And that's just not how it works. Things take time. You have to learn that things are built with patience. You wait, you keep trying, and you wait a little more.
So true.
And honestly, what's the rush? If you're over 25, you already know what I mean. Time flies, like really fast.
Don't remind me.
So why would you want it to go even faster? Enjoy the process. Enjoy learning. And if you're 18, 20, whatever age, enjoy it now because trust me, the years go by so quickly.
It's funny. I think a big part of this comes from social media, too.
Oh, 100%. Social media and our anxiety kind of team up to make us believe everything happens instantly.
Right. You see someone's overnight success online, but you don't see the 10 years behind it.
Exactly. Okay, quick vocab break. Matthew just said overnight success. That means someone who becomes successful really fast, or at least it looks that way from the outside. Like, the singer became an overnight success after that video went viral.
Great example. Okay, so Rachel, how do we actually see this in real life?
Well, think about yourselves, guys. Think of an achievement you're proud of. Maybe you play an instrument, maybe you're really good at math, or maybe it's part of your personality.
Like being good at public speaking?
Exactly. That's a perfect example. Or being a really good listener, or being great with kids, whatever it is.
Those things take years.
They really do. That wasn't built in one day. It's not like you woke up one morning and said, I'll be great at public speaking, and boom, magically you were.
If only it worked like that.
Right? So now let's talk about how you can actually build more patience, because I know it's easier said than done.
Yeah, give us some tips.
Okay, first one, focus on small progress, not the finish line. Instead of thinking, I need to be fluent in English in 3 months, think, did I learn something new today?
I like that. Small wins.
Exactly. Second tip, stop comparing your timeline to someone else's. We already talked about that in the first habit, right?
Right. Everyone's on their own path.
Third one, and this is huge, set realistic expectations. If you expect results in a week and it actually takes 6 months, of course you're going to get frustrated and give up.
That happens to so many people.
And last one, remind yourself why you started. Whenever you feel impatient, go back to your reason. That usually helps you keep going.
Those are really solid tips, Rachel.
Thanks. Honestly, patience isn't about doing nothing and just waiting around.
No, it's more about trusting the process while you keep showing up.
Exactly. That's the perfect way to put it. Keep showing up even when you don't see results yet.
And that actually leads perfectly into our next habit.
Ooh, and this next one was huge for us personally.
Honestly, this one was a real turning point in our lives.
Habit number 3, following a plan.
Okay, Rachel, quick question before we start.
Uh-oh, here we go.
I'm serious. Have you ever actually stopped and watched a chicken? Like really watched one?
What? No, why would I do that?
I'm serious. Think about it for a second. And hey, you at home, think about it too.
Okay, I'm picturing it. A chicken just walking around a yard.
Exactly. And what does it look like it's doing?
Honestly, nothing. It just walks one way, then randomly turns, pecks at something, walks somewhere else.
Right, no direction at all. It's just distracted, reacting to whatever shows up in front of it.
Okay, I see where this is going.
That's the thing. In life, we can't act like that.
We can't just wander around with no direction, hoping something good happens.
Exactly. We need to be organized. And that's habit number 3, following a plan.
This one's a big one for us. Before, we didn't follow any kind of plan at all.
None. We didn't write down goals. We didn't track weekly progress. Nothing.
We'd basically had no vision, no lighthouse guiding us anywhere.
Good way to put it. We knew we wanted to achieve something, and we were taking action. We really were.
But we just weren't moving forward. Like, at all.
It felt like running in place.
Exactly. And that's when we started using this habit, following an actual plan.
And it changed everything. It let us see what was working and what simply didn't make sense anymore.
It also showed us where we were wasting the most time.
Which, looking back, was a lot of time.
Way too much. Okay, quick vocab break here. Matthew said running in place. That means putting in a lot of effort, but not actually making progress. Like, I've been working so hard, but I feel like I'm just running in place.
Perfect example, because that's exactly how it felt.
And this doesn't just apply to work or projects. It applies to everything.
Sports, languages, finances, literally everything.
Right, because a plan doesn't just make you more organized.
It also gives you measurable data.
Exactly. You can actually see where you were 2 months ago compared to where you are now.
And that's huge, because sometimes you don't feel like you're improving.
But when you look at real numbers or real progress, you realize you've actually come a long way.
And that's the best part, honestly, because in the future, you'll look back at all of this.
And you'll see those things that seem impossible or just really hard to achieve.
And you'll be like, wait, seriously? That used to be a problem for me?
It happens to us all the time.
It really does. And trust me, that feeling is so motivating.
It fills you with so much joy, honestly, looking back and realizing how far you've come.
So yeah, that's habit number 3 for you guys. Stop being a chicken.
Get a plan, set some goals, and actually track them.
Okay, so let's take a step back for a second.
So far, we've talked about comparing yourself the right way, being patient, and following a plan.
And if you notice, everything so far has been really focused on productivity and taking action.
It really has.
But there's something super important we haven't mentioned yet.
And that's exactly what we're getting into next.
So stick around, guys, because this next one might just be the one you need to hear the most.
Okay, so habit number 4. And Matthew, this one's pretty personal for you, right?
Yeah, it really is. Can I share something?
Of course, go ahead.
So there was a point in my life where I was in a really tough situation. I mean, I only had the basics to get by.
That sounds really hard.
It was. But even then, I was working, I was studying, I was doing everything I could to move forward.
So you were putting everything into it.
Everything. But you know what actually helped me a lot during that time?
What?
Making space for myself. Time to do the things I actually enjoy.
Even without much money?
Especially without much money. Even when I didn't have a single extra dollar, I'd still go out. I'd take a walk, clear my head, hang out with my friends.
So it wasn't about spending money.
Not at all. It was just about giving myself a little break, a little distraction from everything.
I love that.
Because life isn't only about being locked in and working nonstop.
No, and don't get me wrong, that's important too.
For sure, working hard puts you in a better position, no doubt about that.
But you still have to keep doing the things you love.
Exactly. That's part of life too. It's not just one or the other.
Okay, quick vocab break. Matthew said, clear my head. That means to relax and stop thinking about stressful things for a while. Like, I went for a run to clear my head after a long day.
Perfect example. That's literally what it felt like.
So what would you say is the main thing people should take from this?
Honestly, balance. That's the most important part.
balance between working hard and actually living.
Exactly. And think about it. What's the point of having a ton of money?
If you spent years chasing it.
And once you finally get it, you don't have any hobbies left.
No friends either?
No social skills because you isolated yourself from everyone along the way.
That's such a sad picture, honestly.
It really is, and I've seen it happen to people. They achieve so much on paper, but they're kind of empty on the inside.
Because they forgot to make space for themselves along the way.
Exactly. So this habit is a reminder, don't wait until you make it to start enjoying your life.
Enjoy it now alongside everything you're building.
That's the whole point.
I really love this one, Matthew. Thanks for sharing that.
Of course, happy to.
Okay, and actually, our next habit connects really well with this one.
Oh, it definitely does.
Habit number 5, staying fit and exercising.
Yeah, this one goes hand in hand with making space for yourself.
Stick around, guys. We're not done yet. Okay, so this next one might sound boring to some of you,
Fair warning.
but it's honestly one of the most important ones on this list. Even if it's just 30 minutes a day, moving your body matters.
I think that's exactly where people get it wrong, though. They hear exercise and immediately think of some intense gym routine.
Right, like it has to be extreme or it doesn't count.
Exactly, and that's just not true. It's not about becoming an athlete. It's about staying healthy, both physically and mentally.
That mental part is huge, and honestly, people underestimate it.
They really do, and I can tell you from experience, this one saved me more times than I can count.
Tell us about that.
So during those really hard days I mentioned earlier, every single night I'd go out for a run or just do some kind of workout.
Even if the day had been terrible?
Especially if the day had been terrible. It didn't matter how bad things were going, that run gave me strength I couldn't find anywhere else.
That's powerful. But here's an honest question. Wasn't it hard to find the motivation on those nights, like when you're already exhausted?
Oh, 100%. Some nights I really didn't want to go.
So what pushed you?
Honestly, knowing how I'd feel afterward. That feeling never failed me, not once.
Okay, quick vocab break. Matthew mentioned feeling burnt out earlier when we were talking about work. That means feeling completely exhausted, mentally and physically, usually from too much stress. Like, I've been working so much, I'm totally burnt out.
Yeah, and exercise is actually one of the best ways to fight that feeling.
It gives you this natural boost, too, right?
Exactly. That's the second word. A boost just means a quick increase in energy or mood. Like a short walk outside always gives me a boost.
So it's not just about looking good or staying in shape.
No, it goes way beyond that. It's about having the energy to actually show up for your life.
I think that's the real takeaway here. This habit isn't just physical, it's connected to everything else we've talked about today.
Completely. Patience, taking action, making space for yourself, it's all tied together.
Okay, so the next habit on our list is learning to say no.
This one's all about protecting your time, your energy, and your priorities.
Okay, so this one was actually really hard for me personally.
Really? Why's that?
Because I used to say yes to everything. Every plan, every favor, every little request. I just couldn't say no.
I feel like a lot of people struggle with that, honestly.
Right? And I think it comes from not wanting to disappoint people or feeling guilty if you say no.
But here's a question. What actually happened when you kept saying yes to everything?
Honestly, I ended up with zero time for the things that actually mattered to me. My own goals, my own priorities, they always came last.
So you were spread way too thin.
Exactly. And that's actually a great expression for a vocab break. Spread thin means you're trying to do too many things at once, so you can't give any of them the attention they really need.
Perfect example. Like, she's so spread thin between work and school, she barely has time to sleep.
Exactly that. So eventually, I realized something had to change.
What changed it for you?
I started asking myself one simple question before saying yes to anything. Does this actually align with what I'm trying to build?
And if the answer's no?
Then I say no. Simple as that. And at first, it felt really uncomfortable.
I bet. Especially if you're used to pleasing everyone.
Exactly. But over time, people actually respect your boundaries more when you're clear about them.
That's interesting, because I feel like a lot of people think saying no makes you selfish.
I used to think that too, but it's the complete opposite. Saying no to the wrong things means saying yes to the things that actually matter.
Your time, your energy.
Your priorities. Exactly. You only have so much of those to give.
That's a really good way to look at it.
So yeah, guys, learning to say no isn't about shutting people out. It's about protecting what's actually important to you.
All right, and our seventh and final habit is one that ties everything together.
This one's called practice gratitude. Basically, learning to appreciate what you already have.
Okay, guys, we made it. Habit number 7. And like we said at the beginning,
This might just be the most important one on the whole list.
it really is practicing gratitude.
So let's start with the problem here, because I think a lot of us fall into this trap.
Which trap?
The I'll be happy when trap. I'll be happy when I get that job. I'll be happy when I lose the weight. I'll be happy when I finally speak fluent English.
Oh, we've all said something like that.
Constantly. And the problem is that finish line keeps moving. You hit one goal and suddenly there's a new when.
So you're always chasing something and never actually enjoying where you're at.
Exactly. And that's exhausting, honestly. You can end up achieving so much and still feel like something's missing.
Okay, quick vocab break. Matthew said finish line. That's the point where something ends, like the end of a race. We use it to talk about a goal, like she's almost at the finish line with her degree.
Great example. So, that's the problem. Now let's talk about why this actually matters so much.
Right, because if you think about it, everything we've talked about today, taking action, being patient, following a plan, exercising,
None of that is possible without something even more basic.
your health, being okay, physically and mentally.
Exactly. That's the foundation. If you don't have that, none of the other habits even matter.
And that's the first thing we should be grateful for, just being able to wake up and function and go after what you want.
It sounds simple, but so many people take that for granted.
We do it too, sometimes.
Constantly, if we're being honest. But there's another side to this too, and for me, it's just as important.
The people around us?
Exactly. Because none of this, the habits, the progress, the growth, none of it means much if you don't have someone to share it with.
That friend who checks in on you for no reason?
A family member who's always in your corner.
Or a partner who supports you even on your worst days?
Those relationships are priceless, honestly, and I think we forget to say it out loud sometimes.
Okay, second vocab break. Matthew said someone's in your corner. That means someone supports you and is on your side no matter what. Like, no matter what happens, I know my family is in my corner.
Perfect example, and that's really the heart of this habit.
So, how do we actually build this? What's the solution here?
For me, it's simple. Every single day, find one thing, even one small thing, and just sit with it for a second.
Not just think it, actually feel it.
Right, there's a difference, and it doesn't have to be huge. It can be as small as, I had a good coffee this morning, or a friend texted me back.
And the bigger ones too, obviously.
Of course, your health, the people who show up for you, the fact that you're even in a position to build a better life.
I think that's what ties this whole episode together, actually.
It really does, because you can take action, be patient, follow a plan, exercise, do all of it.
But if you never stop to appreciate what you already have along the way,
You're going to reach every goal and still feel empty.
so don't wait for the perfect moment to be grateful.
Be grateful for the people next to you right now, today.
And be grateful for the version of you that's still showing up, even on the hard days.
That's habit number 7, guys. Practice gratitude.
And honestly, out of all 7, this might be the one to hold on to the most.
All right, guys, that's it for today's episode.
7 habits. Comparing yourself the right way, learning to be patient, following a plan, making space for yourself, staying fit, learning to say no, and practicing gratitude.
And look, we're not saying this is going to be easy.
It's definitely not, but it's worth it.
The road is long, whether we're talking about learning English or building the life you want, but every single step counts.
So keep showing up, even on the days it feels slow.
Exactly. And speaking of showing up, remember our little community here on YouTube.
If today's episode helped you in any way, give it a like and hit subscribe if you haven't already.
And here's a small favor. Share this episode with 2 friends or family members you think could really use it.
Someone who's going through a rough patch or someone learning English just like you.
It really helps us keep this project going. And who knows, it might be exactly what they need to hear today.
All right, guys, that's all for now.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
We'll see you next Wednesday.
Take care and see you soon.
To keep taking your English to the next level, click on the next video or explore the others we've made for you.